All right, everybody, we'll be starting in about 15 minutes. Please go ahead and grab yourself a refreshment. The bar is open. Pluton's also giving away some beer, and we've also got a hot chocolate bar in the hallway too. Thank you. All right, everybody, we're going to get started in 5 minutes. Please grab a drink, grab some food, find a seat. We'll get the show on the road. Thank you. All right, everyone, thank you so much for coming. We're going to get really quickly underway because we've got 9 businesses tonight. So Startup Texas is a program that we created in fiscal year of 2020 to invest in entrepreneurs down here in the Valley with just modest amounts of capital to help them scale and grow. This year, we've transformed it with our partners, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, into an accelerator program. I could go on and on about how great that partnership has been, but I'm going to briefly bring up Ms. Linda Ufflin-Romo with the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley to discuss our program.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Are we ready to see some amazing entrepreneurs come up here and do their best and give you probably some of the best solutions that I've seen out there for our world, our environment, our health? So, I'm not going to get up here and talk to you about what we have done, but I want to talk to you about them and just support them, just be here for them, because they have gone through a very rigorous 13-week accelerator program from the UTRGV Entrepreneurship and Commercialization Center, ECC, and we're very excited for them. We have been working every single week with them, bringing mentors, speakers, and giving them all the tools necessary for them to really scale, grow, launch, innovate, or develop their technology or their concept. So the Entrepreneurship and Commercialization Center is a proud member of the eBridge partnership. Isn't this a beautiful building? We continue to be amazed by it. So we are doing wonderful things in this building. We will continue to offer this accelerator program. We are very excited. So on behalf of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Keep, kind of showing off your going into social media. Look at our sites. We have a lot of programs coming up. But the AdvanceUp Accelerator program, which powers Startup Texas, is very proud to be here today. So thank you and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you to all those in attendance. We really could not have done this without our partnerships, also without our sponsors. So I'd like to thank the Mitty Foundation and Ruby Red Hospitality for sponsoring not just this Startup Texas event, but all three throughout this entire year. So a round of applause to our sponsors, please. I really like this slide the most because since we've started the program, these are all the companies we've invested in. And we have 3 more that we're going to be adding to the list tonight. So I really want to dive right into that. But first, I'd like to welcome our esteemed panel of judges. We have Ruben Cantu, Executive Director of the Office of Inclusive Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the University of Texas at Austin. Hook 'em horns. We have C.S. Freeland, co-founder of Texas Venture Alliance and Texas Venture Newsletter. We have Luis Martinez, Senior Venture Associate at Capital Factory. And we have Sylvia Robles, Assistant Professor of Practice Entrepreneurship at UTRGV. And I got to give Sylvia a special shout out. She was just hosting her own pitch competition earlier today at 1 o'clock. So thank you. I want to briefly go over a quick, some house rules here. Please silence your cell phones. As Linda had stated, these companies have been here for 13 weeks, getting ready for today. Please be quiet, but do not refrain from getting a beverage or hot chocolate or food. Just do so a little discreetly. There will be no questions from the audience. Those are only coming from the judges, but don't worry, you'll have a chance at our showcase upstairs to ask any of the entrepreneurs pitching today any question you want. And again, just no heckling or distracting of the presenters. So, presenting our first business, we have Steve Perez on behalf of Velox Global Solutions.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Perez. I'm with Velox Global Solutions, and today I'm going to be presenting the electronic bill of lading. Our mission is to connect the transportation professionals in America and make them more productive and more successful. Our vision is to provide America's load bookings with audio only. Everybody has seen this, movies, Hollywood, cab. We know the meter fare, we know the waiting time. But on this occasion, I'm coming out of the airport and I wiggle $100 to a cab and I tell him, hey, 10 miles, 10 miles. He takes the money, right? Because he says it's gonna make a quick $90. But on this occasion, I decide to make a stop, 3 hours. He's running the meter. And then I take him 30 miles west, come back to my hotel, meter's running. He's thinking he's gonna make $300, but I give him 100. What does that feel like? Theft. Well, that's the problem we have. Our carriers have no receipts, no legal docs, reason for the bill of lading. It impacts their revenue. That's why they have low revenue. They're not able to upcharge. Remember the 3 hours, 30 miles? They don't do bookkeeping. And they don't keep logs out their waiting times. 85% of the truck owners go bankrupt by year 2. Our solution is all-in-one solution. This is to produce receipts or the legal docs, reason for the EBL, electronic bill of lading. It's designed to increase your revenue and charge up, make more money. Of course, there's data. All of this is being done bookkeeping automatically, and yes, they will keep track of their waiting times. This is a software as a solution, software as a service solution. It works on any device, Apple, anything, and we'll be delivering via no-touch audio. Remember, we don't want the drivers texting and driving. Why now? Well, we have voice to text, text to voice, conversational bots. Yes, bots talk to you. We can do up to 20 languages. We speak Russian, Spanish, up to 20 languages. And you can talk and drive legally. You can call 200 at the same time, so it's very fast. In summary, it's an industry disruption in the making. This is how easy it is. Take a picture, confirm, send it, done. It serves as a contract, a receipt between the carrier and the shipper for the transportation of goods. Our market approach, our SOM, serviceable, obtainable market, is 5 billion. Yes, 5. Brownsville, Texas has 2,000 trucks per day, 4,000. You multiply, that's almost 1.9 billion. You add Hidalgo, that's 5 billion. Our competition right now is TMS, Transportation Management Services. They do texting. We don't want drivers texting and driving, right? With Velox, it'll be voice, audio, technology. Our team, myself, general manager, but we do have legal advisors, accounting advisors, because we've got to do the accounting, digital accounting for very low price. We have a data stack advisors, and of course, our owner-operators, giving us feedback from the markets. The use of funds, the 40K. We will use 20K to go to the Mid-America Truck Show, the biggest one in the United States. It's very big. And we would hire 2 native coders in Brownsville, stack coders. Our goal is to get 400 subscribers. Velox Global Solutions offers the carrier's industry broadest range of technology, helping transporters plan, because they don't plan. They don't market. They don't sell. They don't serve. And they don't operate their businesses. We want them to operate their businesses like an airline. Manage your truck line like an airline. Thank you. Go ahead.
What is the current amount of money being spent or lost in the current industry that you can help save them at this moment? So like you said that by year 2, 85% of them go out of business. That's probably for several different reasons. How much money is being left on the table?
Millions of dollars. For example, let me give you a real quick, I had a carrier last time, he picks up something in California, takes it to New York City, that's $8,000. He didn't get paid. It's in the news, researcher, TQL, no problem. Sorry about saying who it was, but it came out. But there is problems, there's issues. You know, the truckers are getting, displaced, and it's mainly because of administration and other things, but it's thousands and millions of dollars. Yes?
What is your cost to acquire customers?
The customer acquisition cost is very, very low because we use texting. We do have access to 400 to 500 carriers that are born every day through the FSCSA. So we obtain those phone numbers. We do have call bots, conversational. So it's basically around $1.85. Very low price to get a customer.
A quick question on both clarity and then a follow-up question. So is this specifically just for long haul or short haul? Or
It works for short, medium, regional, and long haul.
So you're looking at all.
International. But
So
those guys have it.
there's a lot of competitors in this space. This is the 8th concept I've seen about this in the last 7 years.
Not a bill of ladings.
So why you, why this, and why now?
Not bill of ladings. When you become an owner-operator, and we're targeting owner-operators, not fleet owners, not to be confused. When you have a fleet owner, yes, you're right. They have bill of ladings, they have apps, they have this, they have that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about owner-operators. They've been driving for 20 years. Their mindset is, I've been driving for 20 years. And then they start their business and whoa, they get, a lot of issues. Those are the ones that we're targeting. The single owner operators, 1 or 2 trucks, that's it. Those are the ones that need the help. Those are the ones that don't have apps. Those are the ones that don't have bill of ladings. They don't have accounting. They don't have this. They don't have
No, I appreciate that, but you didn't answer my question. Why you? Why now? And why
now?
this?
Okay, why now? Because of the technology. We're able to reach the truckers through phone and conversational bots. And I've been in the logistics industry for over 30 years.
Okay. Are you an owner-operator yourself?
I'm a freight broker.
Okay.
What are your pain relievers?
The pain relievers. Well, their pain right now is low income. They go bankrupt really fast. So that's the main pain. And they're not keeping track of that because they don't offer receipts. When you pick up a product or 12 skids of something, you're supposed to give a receipt. They're not doing that. That's equivalent to going to the bank, depositing $2,000, and I take off. Where's my deposit slip? Where's my deposit receipt? So we're trying to do that.
I know a lot of folks want to do this by hand, so I thought that was really great to see the capability to take a picture of all the paper docs. And if there's a way to autofill and, like you were saying, keeping it really organized. I randomly had an Uber driver who stopped doing his trucking role because he didn't want to work for a company, but he realized if he just knew how to do it by hand, then it's worth doing by hand. So yeah, I think that's really interesting. How many customers or folks have this in use already? They're helping you out?
Well, we have a small group that we're testing so we can get the feedback, especially reefers. We love reefers. Reefers have a lot of issues. Lumpers, they don't get paid. They're asked to pay $400. It's a crazy world in the reefer market. So those are the ones we're targeting right now. So we do have feedback on those, especially for the quick accounting or the digital stuff. But yes, you're right, getting the bill of lading and literally grabbing the data and making data entry. So there's a lot of stuff that we're doing on the operational part of it and the processing part of it.
Thank you so much. We're out of time. Congratulations. Thank you. Hola, ¿qué tal a todos y todas? Mi nombre es Nelson Amaro. If you have been here before, you know what I'm about to say. Here at eBridge Center, we have resources for everyone, anyone. It doesn't matter if you speak English or you speak Spanish. Here at the Valley in Brownsville, where the population is 90% plus Latino, it most likely is a possibility that you speak Spanish. So if you have an idea to start a business, don't be afraid to actually reach out. Come to us. Everyone here at BCIC and eBridge Center, UTRGV, ECC, it's helpful. And it's willing to help you with your business idea. It doesn't matter if it's written on a napkin, we can help you out. So for the next participant at Startup Texas, we have Meet Texas, Julian Jimenez. So before he, okay, no, it's okay, it's already, it's okay, Julian. Here, applause.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Julian Jimenez, and I am the founder and CEO of Meet. 4 years ago, I was walking through a crowded bar, surrounded by a sea of people, and yet I never felt more alone in my entire life. And it was all because of this right here. Everyone was too busy looking down on their phones instead of talking to each other. As the world becomes more connected online, we forget how to connect in person. I know this is true for my generation, and it'll only get worse for the future generations coming. From kids being raised by iPads to teenagers texting instead of having real conversations. Something has to be done to save the world from deep, dark isolation. But what if I told you that the very thing that is tearing us apart is actually the thing that can bring us back together? I'll show you how. Introducing app-powered, in-person networking. We'll guide you through the whole experience, from who to talk to, for how long, and every detail in between. The future of networking has arrived, automating human interactions at the touch of a button. The social networking market is vast and enormous, with a total addressable market of $95.2 billion and a serviceable available market of $5.9 billion in Texas alone. And we are operating in 15% of that market right now, making our serviceable obtainable market $880 million. And like I said, we are operating in 15% of that market here in the Rio Grande Valley and in Austin. And we spend $0 in marketing. And we are the first social networking app of our kind and the first social networking app from the Rio Grande Valley. We are competing with every type of social app because we want all their business, from event apps such as Eventbrite to social and dating apps like Bumble. But none of them automate the event creation and event hosting process, and none of them guide users through their in-person interactions. Our path to profit starts off with our business-to-consumer model, where we charge users a monthly subscription for automated events for business, dating, and social. They will pay a monthly subscription for premium features that enhance their experience. Features such as live in-person matchmaking during the events, custom events made just for them based on their interests and with other people with similar interests, and of course, profile boosting and cross-platform integration with platforms such as LinkedIn and Instagram. Our second path to profitability starts off with our business-to-business model, where we charge local organizations a monthly subscription or yearly contracts to use our platform's technology to host their own events, and partnering with local venues in the area so that our users have a designated safe spot to meet up. They get increased sales and foot traffic, and our users feel safe. We launched our MVP this February. We've hosted over 30+ events, and I've had over 350 attendees show up. We now have over 1,800 users on the app and growing, and we have over 1,500 followers on social media. We expanded to Austin this August, and now we have over 100+ daily active users, and we update the app every week, changing and pivoting based on the info we find in the field. But we're not going to stop there, guys. We are going to be the first company to scale in-person events using AI-powered event creation. This will 10x our revenue, 10x our user engagement, and of course, there'll be no need for hosts, no need for event planning and event promotion. And we'll be growing the local economy wherever we go. And we just launched our first AI beta product this Monday, and our user engagement is growing massively. Here's the team. From college dropouts like myself to seasoned developers working for Fortune 500 companies such as Procter & Gamble and American Express. I assembled the best and brightest from UTRGV, all of us powered by a dream of changing the world and changing culture forever. And along the way, we've been guided and supported by the eBridge Center. Without their resources and guidance, I wouldn't be standing here today. We want to use the $40K in funds to secure more funds, so that way we can acquire at least 2 more developers from the Brownsville area, pay for marketing and administrative costs, and we are on track with our timeline, guys. We just launched our first AI beta product this month, on Monday, and by the end of 2024, we will be launching our Generation 1 AI products that will further scale and automate our events. And by the end of 2025, we will be in every major city across Texas. By mid-2026, we will be partnered with over 1,000+ local venues, and by the end of 2027, we will be in every major city across the country. So no matter who you are, no matter where you are from, you will always be a part of a community. All you have to do is meet. Thank you.
There seems to be different objectives for different users on this app at the same time.
Yes.
I know that a lot of people cross the line in the barrier of using LinkedIn as a dating service, and people don't like that. Have you considered about the different user journeys and the different objectives and seeing them conflate with each other and on this app? I just don't understand the user journey yet.
Well, we originally started as a dating app, and then we pivoted to social networking because of that. Only because there's a lot of stigma with dating. But we just updated the app last month where you choose what type of events you're interested in. You choose business, dating, or social. So whatever you choose, that's all you see. We want to hopefully be a one-stop shop because it's the same technology, it's just repurposing it for different ends, such as business or dating or social.
What is your value proposition regarding your B2B?
Well, networking conferences and events are a mess, so we bring order to that chaos, and I think a lot of local organizations would benefit from using that technology without having to put so much time and energy into hosting events and organizing it. We could automate that.
So what's your unfair advantage? What can you do that no one else does?
The automation of events and also providing quality interactions during the events. So
Explain what quality interactions
So
is.
like say for like Eventbrite or Meetup, you show up to those events, right? But it's kind of up to you to figure out who you need to talk to, who you need to network to, because you have an objective, right? But what if there's like an app or a platform that can show you, based on the people here, these are the top 5 people you need to talk to?
And how do you make that determination of who are the top 5 to meet?
Using AI and analytics.
Again, what does that mean?
So basically, let's say you're a VC looking to fund tech startups, and you're a tech entrepreneur looking to find VCs similar in the same fields. It can help let you know, hey, these are the people in the event who you should be talking to based on those fields. And we want to use a lot more data than just that.
Yeah, I totally get it. I think that on your competitors slide, your real competitors are Luma and Posh because you can see individuals' profiles. I love it. I don't think, not in a bad way, I don't think that what y'all are building is super sophisticated. You're just doing it. Like right now is go time for y'all, and I'm very, very excited. The only other thing I was going to say is it would have been good to see numbers on how many connections were made in between those profiles, and maybe the number of connections initially and the number of messages, because that's a real connection versus just showing up to an event. So there's like an in-person component I see, and then a digital component.
Exactly.
So,
keeping going from there after the in-person interactions.
Yeah, that's super fascinating. And then we did a Texas Venture Crawl here at the eBridge Center, and thanks to Nathan for organizing with us the Texas Venture Alliance. And there was 10 different cities and getting people in person, but I wasn't able to either through Eventbrite or Luma see what kind of digital interactions there were. So anyways, I think it's super awesome, and give me your card.
Oh, I would love to.
Thank you so much. We're out of time. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, guys. We believe here at eBridge that rising tides raise all boats, and it's great to see projects that help everyone and help everyone connect. So next in our list, we have a project whose name is BuildCo by Jesus Loera. Before we proceed, I would like to thank our sponsors, Ruby Red Hospitality and the MIDI Foundations, and thank all of you for being here today. Well, thank you so much. You make all this a great experience. So please give a warm welcome to Jesus Loera and his company, BuildCo.
Good evening, everybody. Quick question. Have you ever had a dream turn into a financial nightmare? Picture this. You're ready to invest your life savings in your dream property. You pick out every amenity just as you envisioned, and the contractor says it's all within budget. Until closing day. And suddenly, you're paying a penny and more for what you thought was your dream, whether it's a home, a commercial property, or any other property. Hello, my name is Jesus Loera. I'm the founder of BuildCo, a construction estimating software that seeks to revolutionize the construction cost process. A study conducted by Marshall University found that on average, there's a 16% difference between the initial cost estimate and the actual cost of build, often resulting in upward spending. Now, let me ask this. Who here is a homeowner? Please raise your hand if you're a homeowner. Thank you. You can put your hands down. Let me tell you something. The average price for a home here in Brownsville is $230,000. Now, if we account for the 16% difference margin, that's over $35,000 that you could have saved. And on top of that, if we add today's interest rate of 8%, over 30 years, that's $92,000 that you overpaid for inaccurate cost calculating processes. Allow me to introduce BuildCo. We created BuildCo to help solve this problem. By using advanced image processing algorithms, BuildCo can transform your uploaded plans into high-quality documents that estimators can use to create takeoffs, which are calculations of material, labor, and other factors. BuildCo allows estimators to trace over the spaces of a plan, outputting data such as areas, volume, and material counts in real time. For the first time ever, BuildCo is allowing estimators the ability to work simultaneously in a project. Each team member inputting their own work field in the plan. This means no need to wait for the one side of the construction to finish before continuing to the next. Everything is in one. And soon, BuildCo will connect to manufacturers, suppliers' APIs so that users always have the right price for each material. Our entry to market starts by targeting industries that already use some sort of cost calculating process, like small general contractors. These methods can range from manual calculations, which are the most prone to inaccuracies, to management softwares that can be expensive and offer features a lot of businesses don't need. Another revenue stream, the serviceable attainable market for cost management is $260 million, and we can reach at least 10% of that by going after our targeted segments using direct sales, email marketing, and advertising. Now, there's already competitors out there that allow estimators the ability to create takeoffs, but their takeoff process is inefficient. Their software is unable to correctly interpret the uploaded documents. BuildCo's competitive advantage is that we will be able to read the plan's geometry. This means estimators can snap edges and corners and be sure it's the measurement the designer intended it to be, not a close approximation. BuildCo is a subscription-based web software that has tiered membership plans depending on the business size. There's also add-ons that can be applied to this membership to better accommodate each business' unique needs. Another revenue stream that we plan to use is to offer full service estimates. This means our team will take your construction estimate from start to finish and export the invoices ready to deliver to your clients. BuildCo has great profit margins, with 10% going towards a contingency fund, 15% to be invested back into the company for innovation of our product, 20% for infrastructure costs, 25% for labor costs, and finally 30% of our revenue will be our net profit. With a background in engineering and experience in construction site supervising, web development, sales, and education, I consider myself a man of all trades. However, even though I'm the sole proprietor of BuildCo, behind me are the best advisors I can have. They each provide their own mentorship and expertise throughout. We started our research and development in 2021 and completed our stable version September of this year. But upkeeping a platform of this magnitude takes resources that are currently limited. That's why with the funding we receive here today, we plan to use $2,000 for any legal and copyright fees, $3,000 to create a user certification exam, $8,000 for hardware and equipment, $12,000 for server costs, and finally $15,000 for marketing and advertising. Bad construction processes can be a nightmare. BuildCo is here to change that narrative. Our goal is to make sure your dreams are within reach. Let's embark together on a journey where dreams and budgets align. Thank you.
I really like this idea. I'm trying to figure out how big the market space is just here in Brownsville. It sounds like you're targeting residential. When you think about all the other people in the saturated market, like for example, Austin and its building boom, I want to know how well you're able to protect your IP from competitors trying to do the same thing.
So using the funding we get here today, hopefully, we will submit for copyrights. Unfortunately, since it's a software, we're not able to file a patent. The only thing that can protect us is copyrights, which we do plan to file.
It seems that you mentioned 60% of reduction on the cost, but that benefit is for the end customer, the one buying, correct? But you want to target these, I saw more B2Bs. So why will I, as an investor or as a buying your software, would like to reduce the cost when I'm going to earn less?
Yes. So the difference between, or I guess the 16% is the difference between the initial estimate and the actual cost of build. So the one that loses money is the customer, right? And what drives business? Reviews. So as more people, or if you provide a better, more accurate thing, you're going to have more clients in the long run rather than short amounts.
So your MVP was in 2021. Your platform went live in 2023. So quick question, two quick questions. One, how many users are currently on your system? And then how much money have you made since September?
So we started our research and development in 2021 and completed the stable version in September of this year.
Okay, so how many people are on your
pre-launch, but the software is ready to launch today. However, we want to create traction for it so that when we do launch, we're successful from the start.
I just didn't see a slide that was like the user interface or anything. Like, what does it actually? We just saw the blueprints. It just would be interesting.
What you saw, the little video that you saw, is the user interface.
Ah, okay.
So the estimator goes in, they upload their construction plan, and they're able to measure the areas and spaces within that plan and calculate how much material is going to be used, calculate how many windows of each type are going to be needed, and so forth. And then finally, once that everything's calculated, the software outputs an invoice with all the prices already together, including markups, labor costs, and other things.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool idea. Like, I want to redo my floors. Like, it'd be nice to get some estimates and see, like almost like we always call it like the pizza tracker, just see the progress. But
yes,
anyway.
and this doesn't only have to be B2B. It could also be directly to client for remodels or stuff like that that the end user can use.
And we are at time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again. I see that we have a few more people in here as well. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for tuning in online. Again, if you're here present, please don't refrain from the refreshments and food that we have available. Featuring our next business, we have Douglas Best, who is revolutionizing healthcare education. Presenting the partnership company, Douglas Best.
The clicker. Is this the clicker? Good evening. My name is Douglas Best, and I'm the founder of the Partnership Institute. A new nurse was looking at a chest x-ray of a patient who had a feeding tube inserted with a metal guide wire. The emergency room doctor looked at the x-ray to verify placement and said that the tube and the wire was in the lung and to pull it out. The new nurse thought the same, that the tube and the wire was in the lung, but also thought that the tube and wire was through the lung, but didn't say anything because of the stigma of being a new nurse. The tube and wire was pulled from the lung collapsed, and the patient died. Our company, again, is the Partnership Institute, and the brand name that is associated with the problem and solution that we're going to discuss is 101 Train. Poor training in medical communications leads to 80% of the deaths caused by medical errors. Now that's significant because medical errors is considered the third leading cause of death in the United States. There are 960,000 people who are harmed by medical miscommunication every year at a cost of $12 billion annually. Now, when we went out and did customer discovery, it became quite evident that books and videos was not getting it done when it came time to teach medical communication. We need to build simulations based on real life scenarios. The best tool available in education for simulation is virtual reality. It has a 75% retention rate, and when you look at books, it's 10% and video 20%. Bar none, it is far and away the best solution that we can use to teach folks how to be better at communicating in medicine. We are building simulations that mimic real life. Now, this content falls under copyright laws, which means that it has a 70-year shelf life plus the life of the author. Accrediting agencies across the country in healthcare, plus the Texas Board of Nurse Examiners, have determined that half of all clinical hours now can be done in these types of simulations. The total available market in virtual reality at this point is $32 billion. The portion that assigns to the education is $12 billion. And if we were able to capture 0.5%, we would have a $60 million market. The compounded annual growth rate is at 40%, which means by 2030, we would be able to have an established $240 million market by capturing 0.5%. The target market are the secondary, post-secondary, and military schools. Now, obviously, this is going to expand past communications and past medical, which means our content will be highly scalable. We are also going to create content that is a one-time purchase with or without device, and we're going to build subscription content. We are on par as far as our capabilities are with our competition. What we are also able to do is develop original content from real case scenarios that we have lived, and also develop a subscription service to mass distribute this content. We have a dynamic team of experts in medicine and virtual reality with a work history that goes from the US military to NASA, MD Anderson, Tesla, and Humana government. With the $40,000, we are immediately going to purchase computers and software to pursue this endeavor. We're going to hire unpaid interns that are going to become paid employees by the fourth quarter of 2024. We're going to have content that is marketable and ready to be delivered by the end of the second quarter. The third quarter, we're going to continue to build our content towards the subscription service that we're looking to release in early 2025. We will also get facility space originally here, but when we outgrow that facility space, it is our intention to move into a building in downtown Brownsville where we will become part of that Renaissance movement with the city in the old part of the city. Medical miscommunication is expensive and deadly. Virtual reality is an awesome solution in helping to teach people and get them to retain the information they need to know. It is highly scalable and it has a tremendous growth potential. And we plan to build that growth here in Brownsville, Texas, and the Rio Grande Valley. Thank you.
What is the average cost of building these simulations, and how do you plan to scale at mass so that you can grow this?
That's a great question. When you read online, it will tell you that it is $10,000 a minimum per minute, okay? But we have brought together about 40,000 assets, which means our costs are right at about $1,600 a minute. So we're able to scale this way down by using animation. If we went out and shot video and every time we had to update it, I'd have to go shoot video again. But by using animation, we're able to repurpose the content, repurpose the props. We built, in the video you saw what's called a NICU, a neonatal intensive care unit. We already have an emergency room built. We have a doctor's office built, the waiting room, multiple locations already built. So a lot of the heavy lifting has been done, but we still need to develop new people to work in this field so that we can grow and go with this. Now, one of the other advisors is a specialist in haptic responses, which means he's going to help us build simulations where we can reach and grab. And he said, Doug, what is one of the first things you want us to work on? I said, I want us to learn how to draw blood and start IVs in virtual reality. So these are things that we're going to be looking to do down in the future, but today, the obvious, low-hanging fruit, it's right there, and it's a huge problem, is dealing with medical communications in virtual reality.
We're out of time.
How many?
Sorry, we're out of time.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much.
I guess I'm a bit wordy.
We'll have time at the end.
Thank you.
Thanks to our sponsors, Ruby Red Hospitality and the Meaty Foundation for making this event possible. One more thing I want you to have in mind is that not only eBridge Center is home for traditional businesses and startups, but also you have a project that has quality of life in mind for the residents of Brownsville and beyond. You have also resources that you can use here. So please reach out if you have any project in mind that might be useful for the quality of life of the residents in Brownsville. So next up, we have Pilar Caudillo presenting iBed. So give it up. Pilar.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the jury. I am Pilar Caudillo, and this is iBed. I'm sure that almost everybody in this room has had a loved one recovering at home. I would like to share my story. My mom had a very bad accident. It was an emergency operation. Gladly, she recovered, and then we were ready to take her home. We started looking for options in the market. Nothing good enough was available for us. In the hospital, we had help to move her, lift her, take her to the bathroom. Nothing good enough was in the market for us. She was getting depressed. This is iBed by Agustin Martinez and Pilar Caudillo. In today's world, there is a very big problem with home care. Caregivers get injured when they handle patients. Convalescents feel frustrated for depending on other people. They lose their freedom. They are not independent anymore. The options in the market are either too expensive or not good enough. They don't have the key components caregivers need. This is what we do. We fill a gap. We have a solution for the patients to feel comfortable at home. The available solutions in the market are either a sofa or a bed. Our innovation fills that gap, a significant business opportunity for both functions integrated. And we proudly present iBed. This bed is going to alleviate the pain of the caregivers and relatives for individuals who are recovering at home and need bedside assistance. It allows the bed to be moved into smooth and comfortable positions with zero effort. No extra help is needed. You can help your patient in the toileting, bathing, eating, moving it easily, and even integrating a wheelchair. They feel independent because they can move by themselves, doing passive exercises to avoid bed sores and clots, to get a better quality of life. So now let's talk about business. Our total market, we are going to point to nursing homes and residential facilities. That is 10% of the market. Our total available market is $312 billion. Our service available market is $37.5 million, and our service obtainable market is 18.8 million customers only in the state of Texas. And of course, we will be pointing for much more. Our revenue stream will come from direct sales or leasing, only in home care. Our competitive landscape versus top leaders in the market today, as you can see, iBed is the most complete solution with a very affordable price, passive exercises, and wheelchair integration. We will target our customers, business to customers, through bedridden patients, patients with chronic conditions or trauma, among others. And for business to business, we will point to caregivers and small care providers, among others. We will reach our customers using social media by TikTok, LinkedIn, or YouTube, brochures, and try and buy. And we will use channels, synergy, doing a marketing strategies with caregivers, nurses, retirement homes, and small health providers. Our amazing team is formed by Agustin Martinez and Pilar Caudillo, co-founders. We have a very good group of engineers, operations, and logistics, and of course, a great group of mentors, financial and medical advisors. In 2020, we started our idea. In 2021, we had our first prototype, and we did a market research. In 2022, iBed was finished and patented in Mexico, and we were able to do some testing with friendly users. And in 2023, we have our patent corporation treaty, that's the international protection, and we are ready to go to market in the US. In 2024, we will plan to assemble 50% of the manufacturing here in Brownsville. With the money of the funding tech awarded, we will secure additional funding, establish a sales office, assembly, distribution center in Brownsville, and hire a local team. So please remember, iBed, an affordable care for the people you love with zero effort. Thank you very much.
I'm fascinated by this. I'm recently dealing with a friend, or helping with a friend who's having to deal with this right now. Two quick questions. It sounds like you have a rental model.
Yes.
Inventory, delivery, shipping, tracing it back, being able to move it inside of homes, hard to reach places. That consideration came to my mind. And then what city in Texas would you launch in first that has the best market for you?
Well, for the logistics, of course, we plan to have a warehouse here in Brownsville. And we will be launching our products here. I know that the market here is not as big as, for example, in Houston or Austin or maybe San Antonio. And of course, in 2024, we will decide what to do. Maybe we are planning to have agreements with some companies to help us. We will be training them so they have the capabilities of delivering the products and maybe have local warehousing in the main cities.
Pilar, I'm very familiar with this. You were an adopted company for the adopted startup.
We adopted with you.
I know, and you have evolved, and congratulations for everything you have done. My question is, nursing homes, and I can tell you because my dad is one of them, is terrible. They don't invest, the beds are terrible. Do you have already foreseen what about the insurance? Are they paying? That's a cute question. And how much are you targeting? You mentioned this nursing, but they don't want to invest. Do you have any grants or funding or governmental or through insurance that will be covering part of the cost of these beds?
Well, that's what we are planning to do with the money that we hope to get awarded. We will be starting doing agreements with the insurance company. We know that we have to work through the paperwork and maybe have Medicare pay of whatever they have as a total amount of payment, and then the extra will be paid maybe by the insurance companies, because we are avoiding a lot of problems with the bed sores and clots. And that's the reason we are sure that we will be able to convince them.
And we are at time. Gracias, Pilar.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Quick side note, the iBed is actually here. It's under prototype at eBridge on the second floor. Every business you're seeing pitching tonight will actually have a small showcase on the second floor, so please make it a point to go up there. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this evening, the Mitty Foundation and Ruby Red Hospitality, and everyone here in attendance. Our next business presenting is GreenZone Enterprises, Tiante Bogan.
Hello, my name is Tiante Bogan, and I'm the founder and CEO of GreenZone. Before becoming an entrepreneur, I served in the military, and I was actually stationed here in Brownsville. And at that time in my life, I realized the enormous potential of not only the city of Brownsville, but the RGV has as a whole to grow. Although it's labeled as a disadvantaged community, there are many ways that we can increase recycling. With a population of over 200,000 and continue to grow, there needs to be more sustainable ways to increase recycling efforts. Did you know only 1% of the solid waste in Brownsville is actually recycled? After my honorable discharge, I founded the company GreenZone with a clear and concise mission statement of creating a circular economy using blockchain technology to redistribute that wealth back to customers simply by recycling through our Recycle to Earn program. The problem is the value of waste is still valuable. Aluminum, plastic, cardboard, all that has a value, and most people do not recycle either due to financial barriers or the inconvenience of it. While also recycling is important, we also must have to protect the environment, our marine life. Since we're situated on the Gulf Coast, those are another reason why increasing recycling is our main mission. Our solution is our innovative recycling vending machines that reward digital assets for recycling. Customers can simply go to these vending machines, insert their aluminum cans, their plastic bottles, and receive digital assets and incentivize for recycling. We plan to place these in high foot traffic areas like the UTRGV, airport for tourists, and other locations like HEB where people can simply recycle, redeem their assets, and then spend it so you can buy your everyday needs. For people who do not want digital assets, we can also distribute coupons though, creating a circular economy to increase businesses and get them involved. Another thing is that people might not understand blockchain technology, but this is the future of bringing a new way for people to be involved in this class simply by recycling. When it comes to our market approach, the global waste recycling services is expected to reach $82 billion by 2030. And although Texas generated $800 million, they're still ranked 40th when it comes to recycling out of 50 states. And we believe we can capture 4% of that in the next 3 years with our innovation and technology. When it comes to value proposition, GreenZone is the only recycling company that provides a free service and that rewards digital assets for recycling. Along with using AI machine learning, blockchain technology, and the metaverse to create educational programs, we are the only company that we believe that can bring real positive impact using blockchain technology. Our business model is a waste management fintech, and we have a multi-revenue stream from the first, starting with our recycling vending machines, where we are getting the collections of the recyclables that are going to be resold. Also, the advertisement. We plan to use these vending machines to in-process customers so they can pay for their companies and their businesses that have coupons that will be implemented on our machine. We also have other ways of generating revenue through either consulting, marketing, and through our other services like decentralized finances, where people can take their asset and they can stake them and earn rewards like putting money in a savings account in the bank. We also plan to generate money through the metaverse education and sales of NFTs. When it comes to our team, we have a diverse background from seasoned, experienced veterans and entrepreneurs, from engineers that are helping us repurpose these materials, such as the plastic that can be turned into biodiesel, and also from other materials like the aluminum that can be repurposed into new items. We also have an experienced sales team that are helping us expand our company in the United States. We also have advisors in different industries that are helping us with education in the metaverse. We have members of the Forbes Nonprofit Council members that are helping us expand when it comes to environmental sustainability. And we also have global banking leaders that are helping us expand our company to other countries. So we're not just focused on Texas and the United States. We believe our program can be innovating for the whole world. When it comes to the next steps, we are seeking the $40,000 to purchase 2 recycling vending machines that will be placed here in Brownsville in the RGV area, so people can simply recycle and go to those machines. We plan to create green job opportunities and education through our metaverse platforms, and also community engagement, where we host cleanups where people who do not recycle with us, they can simply come to one of these cleanup events and they can still earn the digital assets that way by contributing. As I mentioned, we plan to generate revenue through our recycling service and digital advertisements and our metaverse sales. When it comes to the future of Brownsville and sustainability, we believe that everybody should have a level playing field to enter this digital asset class. A lot of people have heard of Bitcoin and probably not had the time to have the opportunity to invest. So here's a way where people can simply be a part of this asset class by recycling. Here's a picture of downtown Brownsville, and we believe that our vending machines will be amazing. We plan to put them in, like I said, the UTRGV, downtown Brownsville, and other locations where when people tour Brownsville and they're getting involved or they're moving to Brownsville, there are more options for sustainable recycling. Thank you. And my name is Tiante Bogan, and I'm the CEO of GreenZone.
So are you making these machines or are you buying them?
We're buying them, sir. We have a partnership with the company, so we're just importing them in.
Okay. You said also in your timeline you had some customers. How much money have you made in 2022?
So technically we've only made $18,000, but we've reinvested that into purchasing, well, not purchasing, but going into partnership with our other partners for establishing a building in Baltimore, Maryland, where we're actually having a zero waste. So you can actually compost, recycle, and have food rescue involved.
You probably shouldn't put it on a table. I'm sorry, it's a stupid joke. No, I think it's a cool idea, but do you really need the blockchain to?
Well, yes. So that's the way we can actually redistribute it. Compared to fiat, where money is constantly printed by governments, this is a limited asset, and we cannot create no more of the asset.
There's a big racket about recycling and where it goes, and a lot of it ends up back in China and Africa. in those countries, and if they're like, just stop sending it, we can't process it, and it's corporations' way of like scapegoating of like, you know, the use of so much plastic. Can you help me understand how this will help address that bigger issue? Like, how can this really help solve the bigger issue of the fact that we recycle, but it really doesn't have the large impact that we want it to have?
So currently, we do not have our own facilities down here in Brownsville. So we're working with local recycling facilities that handle all the processing of the recycling. We hope to have in the future our own facilities where we can actually reprocess and turn these recyclables into new materials that can be sold.
How are you making money?
We make money from that digital advertisement, from the NFT sales, and then the transactions of our token.
Thank you so much. We're out of time. Thank you, Tionte. We have just 3 companies left before we end up this contest. I remind you that the prizes are $40,000, $20,000, and $10,000 to fund your business, the winner of the business. So the next one in line, it's Rizome by William Steele. Oh, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is William Steele. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Rizome. For my plant lovers in the audience, and I see a few of you here, we did take the name from natural inspiration, rhizomal nodes from bamboo groves. So pictured on the left is the best Vietnamese restaurant in the Rio Grande Valley, Lefa House. It's proudly owned and operated by my wife, our family, and our lovely team pictured here. As a small business, acquiring new customers is vital and will make or break us. On the right, we have the Frontera Audubon, a local nonprofit organization that brings our community together to celebrate the Rio Grande Valley's natural beauty. Sadly, their resources are slowly drying up. And it's not just us and them that feel these problems. In 2021, the number of donors who give less than $100 per transaction, also known as micro donors, have decreased 15% year over year. This is a staggering statistic because these types of donors make up more than half of all individual US contributors. And in a post-pandemic world, small businesses have had to really get creative with customer acquisition strategies. In short, nonprofits need more donations and businesses need more business. Consumers have also become more budget conscious as well. They need ways and are struggling to find ways to support local businesses while giving back to charitable causes that they care about. Customers need deals. And so my team and I couldn't help but try to investigate this problem and find a way to bring these 3 crucial community contributors together. And as a result, we built Rizome. Rizome helps you donate to causes you care about while earning deals from businesses you love. How do people hear about us? Well, businesses and the donation-driven organizations that want their deals promoted promote us. Everyone gets more customers. Here's what our competitor landscape looks like. The closest one for deals is Groupon, and for donations, direct donations and point-of-sale checkouts, like at McDonald's when they ask you to round up for your meal. Currently, we're better than all of them. So what's our market opportunity? Well, last year, individual American donors gave $319 billion. This is the current market. It's not the market I believe that Rizome will create. It is our aim to get 1% of the individual donations from individual American contributors by the end of next year. That totals out to $3 billion in revenue. What I mentioned earlier about the market being created, we believe if you incentivize consumers correctly, this will actually multiply the total addressable market. And so in order for us to support these nonprofits and businesses, we make money on a per transaction basis, similar to fintech apps like Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. This is an example from a recent deal that we've been testing that has been successful. A customer spends $16 for a gift card. They receive a $20 gift card. That's a bargain. 10 of that goes to the business, 5 to the nonprofit, and 1 for us for our transaction fee. Ah, yes. These two dapper Dans are myself and our co-founder, Jack. Jack and I have been investigating problems in the American communities for the last several years. And about a year ago, we came together to find a way to use our skills as software developers, entrepreneurs, and community leaders to help solve some big problems. Along the way, we met some amazing people and learned from some amazing writers in our industry. Combined, we have more than 10 years of software development experience, and we have more than 10 years as successful entrepreneurs. Here's what some of our business partners and customers have to say about us. These are leaders of businesses and nonprofit organizations here in the Rio Grande Valley. What we're looking at now are our 2024 milestones. The $40,000 from winning here today will be used for us to grow our customer growth incentive programs and help expand and streamline our processes with more technical solutions. What that means for Brownsville is if we succeed, you all succeed. It means better nonprofits with more resources and funding and businesses with more business. I want to point the judge's attention to a particular milestone in Q3 of next year, where we plan to launch our plugin for use in every major e-commerce platform and point-of-sale checkout system. And I want to leave you guys with one of my favorite all-time pictures. This is the Diaz family. They love my suegra's cooking and have been part of the familia for several years now. Miss Diaz wanted to save some money on a night out with the family, and she wanted to give to the Frontera Audubon, which she's a patron of. She was able to do that successfully here. She liked the deal so much that she sent it to her friend Jasmine and let me know on her way out. And a few moments later, I got an email in our inbox for a successful transaction by Miss Jasmine. Word-of-mouth marketing means that customers love our product. For the nonprofits and businesses here today, if you want to make more money and form some strategic business partnerships and get more customers, come and find me upstairs. For the investors here, please consider making an investment into our startup. For the judges and lovely audience, thank you for your time.
So I have a question on your business model. So the customer gets a $20 gift card that they get to use at the restaurant, but the restaurant only gets $10. That sounds to me like a $10 loss for every business that buys a gift card. So while your customers love it, I don't see how the businesses love it. Can you tell me whether or not they really love it or not, especially businesses that are not you?
Yes, that's a great question, and the businesses in this are actually our hard side of our network. They're the ones that are the most difficult to get on board. Businesses are actually able to set their discount deal margins, so they have control over the nature of the deal. That's just one example of a deal. So businesses already give current deals, i.e. Groupon. The initial way that we created this was we actually scraped Groupon's deals and then wrapped the arbitrage difference and then presented it to consumers. That's how we tested it. So it just depends on the business, and we can attract them with many different types of models.
Can you tell me about the conversion rate? Because similar to Groupon, what's the conversion rate for businesses who use Groupon to actually create loyalty? Because you had a lot of opportunistic purchases through Groupon, and a lot of businesses said, we don't like that model because we got a lot of people in the door, but they've never kept coming back, and that's how we need to build our business. So can you tell me how you're addressing that?
That's a great concern. Right now, we are a tool. What we want to become is a network. So the subscription and the loyalty built into our network is naturally translates to our partners, which are the businesses. So in a hypothetical example, right, you could regularly subscribe to Rizome and contributing to a specific nonprofit or a section of nonprofits, and you would be incentivized by those businesses that you've listed you want deals from to reoccurringly go to them every month, every week. And again, what we want to create is a marketplace for businesses and the deals that they offer. So that gets even more competitive in and of itself. So businesses will be incentivized to offer different deals for different time periods and different quantities. So they can actually set scarcity on these things.
And we are at time. Thanks, William.
Yes. I'll go.
All right, just 2 more businesses left, everyone. Just 2 more businesses left. Presenting on behalf of MyFluence, we have Derek Diacolasti.
Hello, Startup Texas. My name is Derek Diacolasti, and I'm representing MyFluence, where brands connect with the influencer next door. But let's rewind this back 20 years. Here we have Brooke Shields. She's the influencer. The advertiser is Calvin Klein, and print magazine is the platform. Then we move forward 20 years. We have Peyton Manning. That's the influencer. The advertiser is Papa John's, and the platform is television. But what do we have today? Influencer, Danny Howard, advertisers Target, and platform Instagram. But she's a mega influencer. And a lot of us know most of the mega influencers. They're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms. And that's where large brands like Nike, Chase, Walmart are utilizing those mega influencers. They're making billions of dollars utilizing them. And the mega influencers are making a ton of money utilizing these large brands. But what about the little guy? What about this mom and pop shops locally? What about the micro influencers that are spending, have done 1,000 videos just to get 1,000 likes and such? They're not getting any love, and that's the problem that we have today. Small brands don't have access to these influencers, and these micro influencers aren't getting paid deals. They're doing 1,000 videos, and all they're getting is a t-shirt with the logo on it. Well, that's not going to keep their light bills on, right? So we have a solution for that. MyFluence is a marketplace that connects small brands with local influencers. We use AI integration tools to connect those brands with those influencers by matching technology. And finally, micro influencers are going to get paid deals, which is amazing. Let me show you a little bit about what that looks like. Here's our influencer interface. They're going to see how much money they have in their wallet. They're going to see all their active jobs. And our secret sauce here is the cashboard. They're going to wake up every single morning and see all the money available for them to pick up. All they have to do is click on the $ and apply for the job or message the advertiser. Then our advertiser is going to see how many campaigns they have active, all the analytics. They'll be able to spin up their profile in minutes and set up a campaign easily. How big is this market space, you think? Well, right now it's a $21 billion market space, and in 2029, it's going to be a $69 billion market. Well, we're not going to be able to capture all of that immediately, but we are going to put a hyper focus on San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Rio Grande Valley. That's 270,000 small businesses locally. If we capture just 15% of that, which is 40,000 businesses, that'll bring us to $48 million in annual revenue. Well, that sounds great, doesn't it? Sure does. And this is how we're going to make money. So we're going to earn 20% on every dollar spent. So if an advertiser spends $1,000 with us, we're going to make $200. We're also going to have some subscription fees. So for businesses, we're going to have a setup for them to be able to have data analytics and data trends for their business, as well as some social staffing services that we're going to provide in the future. For influencers, we're going to provide them with media kits and collaboration tools. Some of the verticals I think that are really important that we need to touch on is going to be obviously cosmetics, beauty, fashion, and entertainment. And we're not the only business doing this. Here's some of our competitors. You have IntelliFluence, they made $5 million last year. We have Aspire, they did 10, and Grin did 20. But as you can see, they're missing a lot of pieces that we have. That's what makes MyFluence the best solution yet. Here, let me show you some of our competitive advantages. We do same pay guarantee for the influencers. We have AI matching technology. For small businesses, they can get an influencer for as low as $50. So if you know Didici's Pizza here locally in Brownsville. Imagine if they were to use our platform, spin up an ad campaign, get influencers connected with us, and guess what? That's exactly what we're going to do for Didici's Pizza and a lot of businesses here in Brownsville. We're going to take that $40,000 winnings today, and we're going to advertise $10,000 in it into local Brownsville businesses and a $2,500 into meetups. So that way it helps them promote their businesses and grow them here locally in Brownsville. And we're also going to do more of that ad spending in the Rio Grande Valley. I'm not also doing this alone. I have a solid team with me. Yaw and Josh own the business Brand Genius. They're a top and upcoming marketing firm and doing, forgot what it was. Sorry. No, their marketing company, Brand Genius, does influencer marketing and content creation, as well as social media advertising for other businesses. I've owned my business for 12 years, and I have been over $1 million in earnings for the last 8 years. It took me 5 years to spin that up. I think Brand Genius did $1 million in about 2 years. We have a big team of advisors, Alonzo Cantu, Tecla Garcia, and Danny Howard. They have over 50 years of business experience and 10 years in social media experience, influencer marketing. And this is what we've been able to develop so far. So we've interviewed over 150 influencers, over 100 businesses to help build up our MVP, which we're going to launch at the end of this month. We're getting patents, trademarks, and copyrights in 2024 to help us lock down our platform. And we're getting ready to launch here soon. We already have over 150 influencers signed up on our waiting list and 50 businesses ready to spend a minimum ad spend of $500 with us. So we can't wait to launch this product. Here's some local micro-influencers in South Texas waiting to see your business on the cashboard. Thank you.
How are you going to match the needs of these small businesses that you mentioned that you're going to target here in Brownsville with those influencers?
That's a great question. Thank you. So when the influencers create their profile, they're going to be able to have several categories. Now, those businesses are going to type in which categories they're looking for in regard to an influencer when they create a campaign, and the AI matching technology is going to match them with those influencers. Then the business, when those influencers apply to the job, then the businesses are going to be able to review the analytics and the demographics of that particular influencer, and they can say yes or no on that particular influencer.
Thank you.
The progress seemed really interesting. It's like really fast, and good luck.
Awesome, thank you. No other questions?
1 more minute for questions, if you have any.
So if an influencer wants to go beyond sort of a certain geographic market, like what's their ability to sort of expand or contract the kind of radius they'd like to be acting in?
So it's right now the way it's set up is it's geographically around the influencer wherever they are, but for the business they can choose how large of a span they want to be. So when an influencer wakes up, all they're going to see is what's available around them on a specific mile range.
So what keeps one individual influencer from taking all the jobs and keeping all the other influencers out?
Well, that's the name of the game. And also, the advertiser's got to have to approve each particular influencer as well. So they're not going to be able to just do a job, do a job, do a job. It's going to be the advertiser saying, do you match with me right? And yes, I'll approve that particular post.
Influencing can be very fickle because it's built on trust and authenticity. How do you ensure that the quality of influencers, aside from the metrics and how many followers they have, but the content is actually high caliber? Because if the influencers don't have that level of trust with their community, then they're not able to connect to the value chain.
That's a great question. So the advertiser is going to be able to choose that. So when the influencer applies for the job, they're going to create a post and they're going to be able to message and show that to the advertiser for them to approve it. So if the advertiser doesn't like it, they can have them resubmit and redo it again, or they can just deny them for the job.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We have one more speaker before we end this event. So the last speaker is Jim Turner with Hemp Lime Homes. After that, judges are going to go into deliberation for around 25 to 30 minutes, so feel free to walk upstairs, look at the businesses, and ask questions directly if you have any questions. And well, once again, Hemp Lime Homes, this is Jim Turner.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm Jim Turner, co-founder of Hemp Lime Homes here in Brownsville. And before I get into this, I'd like to warn you, the story begins with a tragedy. Paradise burned down on my birthday. It was one of the worst wildfires in the nation's history, and the town of Paradise, California, was completely obliterated. The fire was so large, you could see it from outer space. And the toxic smoke drove us from our backyard barbecue in Berkeley over 130 miles away. The town was completely obliterated and had to be rebuilt. And I was shocked by the scale of the devastation and resolved to try and find a better way to build. And let's take a look at the construction market these days. Housing prices continue to climb, wages are stagnant, and insurance and interest rates are rising, creating an affordability crisis that's driving some to homelessness. And all this against the backdrop of an ever-warming world. So we can no longer sit back and just turn up the air conditioning. Your inefficient homes are cash incinerators. But there is a solution. Hemp Lime Homes. 4 all-natural ingredients combined to create a revolution in the housing industry. It's all-natural, non-toxic, it's energy efficient, and has a high insulating value. We spent a long weekend in the hemp house on the bottom there. It was over 100 degrees every day. We didn't use the air conditioner once. The hemp lime is renewable, compostable, it's resistant to rot, to hurricanes, to floods, to mice, to ants, to cucarachas. But best of all, it's carbon negative. It actually absorbs carbon from the atmosphere, locking it away in the building material and helping to combat one of the causes of global warming. And the summer after the fire in Paradise, I participated in building one of the very first hemp homes in California. It's built of hemp, but you can't smoke it. It won't burn. It's fireproof. And today, the state of Texas is promoting the industrial hemp program, while local builders like Tetra Hemp here in Harlingen have identified genetic strains that thrive in the Rio Grande Valley. And just this week, Panda Biotech in Wichita Falls announced the completion of their factory, which is going to be the largest hemp processing facility in the country. Next year, the supply of hemp will explode. And here's some examples from around the world of hemp homes. And the possibilities are limited only by our imagination. The residential construction market is absolutely enormous, but it's also a leading emitter of greenhouse gases. It's worth almost $1 trillion across the country and more than $26 billion here in Texas. So a 1% market share would equate to over $250 million. But the reality of it is, every one of those houses should be built in hemp. Hemp homes will be the electric vehicle revolution of the housing industry. So the hemp home market is brand new, and our competitors are building dinosaurs. Their homes are polluting, they're expensive to operate, while a hemp lime home is carbon negative, all natural, energy efficient, healthy home. Currently, we can offer competitive pricing on a square foot basis, and as the domestic hemp market matures, and the price comes down, we'll be able to offer a superior product at a cheaper price. Our business model includes construction, modular prefabrication, consultation and training, as well as material supply. Our target market is both business to consumer and business to business as we sell homes, but also partner with local builders in order to foster a thriving hemp economy in the region. And for our friends from the north, the house in the lower left was recently built in Austin. The team, I'm a certified green building professional, and my lovely wife and co-founder has degrees in both art and design. We've been engaging with the community, with our suppliers, as well as local builders, some of whom have come out here tonight to support us. After experimenting here in Brownsville with hemp building, we're confident in our product and would like to build out a manufacturing and distribution facility, as well as a mobile outreach capacity. We would like to achieve affordable housing for Brownsville, as well as promoting a healthy hemp economy in the Rio Grande Valley. When we win the startup funds, we will use it as collateral for a small business administration loan in order to build out the manufacturing facility, as well as to build out the business through marketing and sales. And we would like to train a skilled workforce of local hemp builders to help move the industry forward. The hemp home revolution begins here in Brownsville. If you'd like to see any additional examples of hemp homes around the world, please visit me upstairs after the talk. Judges, thank you for your time and consideration.
Wait, how much does it cost to make just one right now? I don't know if I caught that.
Cost for the hemp house?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to say because every house is different. So
What's like an MVP, like the smallest that, like maybe a smallest little house made of hemp?
Again, with the finishes and, it depends on the size. But we are expecting to be cost competitive with traditional building. There's some economies that occur by eliminating a lot of the wall assembly. So we're looking to gain some time there. So between time and materials, we believe we can be competitive in the marketplace with traditional build, which is a substandard product as far as we're concerned.
I think it'd be really cool to have like a small little, maybe like a 10 house community or something you could pre-sell, especially because like so many new, let's say like SpaceX engineers might really want something more greenhouse than what's available, I guess. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool to even just see.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a fantastic material and it's very comfortable to be in as well.
Can you speak to the sustainable sourcing and value chain and supply chain model? Like, I mean, if you're going to be needing to like harvest hemp, what's the current hemp price, like the supply amounts, and are you going to be able to sustain that price? Is it going to fluctuate over time?
We expect that because the hemp industry is fairly new, right now it's at a small volume, but you can tell by the investment in this large facility up north that they're expecting the industry to start to grow, and it's got really the sky's the limit for the amount of hemp that could be grown. The agricultural commissioner is promoting it. He's very much a proponent of hemp. Grow rope, not dope. That's his slogan. So we expect that as the excess volume comes online, the price should fall, and we'll be able to take advantage of that.
For the lifetime of the house, how much carbon does it actually suck out of the atmosphere, like carbon?
It's about 4 times the amount of an equivalent area of forest. So it's quite a significant amount. And the lime that's used in the mix also continues to carbonate. So it's continually drawing carbon out of the atmosphere, including from within the home. And that helps with the healthy atmosphere in the house. And the limestone actually, it reverts back to limestone, so the houses get better with age. There's a hemp house in Japan that's 300 years old.
And we
What
are
about
at time.
compliance?
Sorry about that. Sorry, Celia. All right, everyone. Those are all our presenters. So I'm going to ask the judges to please finish your notes. Follow me over to the back. The entrepreneurs that are out here in the audience, please go upstairs to the showcase. We encourage everyone to go check out our showcase. Grab a beer with Pouton over there. Grab some hot chocolate. We've got a lot of food. Please plan to be back here in 15 minutes. Right, judges? 15 minutes? All right, thank you. All right, everybody, please take your seats. We're about to get started with our awards. Please take your seats. We're going to get going in the next couple minutes. Thank you. All right, everybody. Is everybody back down here? All right. Can we have a really big, quick round of applause for all of our presenters tonight? It's not easy coming on this stage. It's not easy dedicating 13 weeks of your life to a program like this, along with your job and everything else going on. So really thankful for all the presenters tonight. enormous thanks to our sponsors, the Midi Foundation and Ruby Red Hospitality. Another round of applause for our sponsors, please. And, you know, we've been saying this a lot, is that we're always investing in companies that come out of Brownsville, the Rio Grande Valley. And we've got a really great announcement to make. And since I have your attention, I'm going to do it now before I announce the winners. So the BCIC and here at eBridge, we're going to be proudly hosting the inaugural RGV Startup Week. It'll be held in May. Big round of applause. We're very, very excited about this. It's all over the Texas Triangle, but nothing's been done here in the Valley. We're going to be the first to do it here. We're going to keep it here. We're going to keep it going, rather, and we're really excited about that. So we'll have more information. There's going to be a QR code at the end of this great video that our director of marketing made that's super long, and that's why I'm still talking. But we're going to have a lot more information for you all in the coming weeks. So save the dates, May 3rd through the 10th. The next Startup Texas will actually take place during Startup Week. And which also reminds me, if you're a quality of life venture and you've been looking to apply, applications for Startup Texas are already open today. So go to startuptexas.com, you can apply. Applications are open until the end of February. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, anyone from BCIC or UTRGV. And who's ready to find out who the award winners are, right? All right. In third place, we have, judges, can I get a little fake drum roll from you all here? Third place, we have BuildCo. Jesus, come on up. Congratulations, Jesus. Quick photo. All right, thank you, Jesus. Please wait over here on the side. And in second place, if I can get another little drum roll here, we have Hemp Homes. Jim Turner, come on down. Jim came to us in 21. Yeah, and it's been a great journey working and helping out Jim. All right, final winner, drum roll please. Our winner of $40,000 in the last pitch event of the year, iBed. iBed by APCO. Pilar and Agustin are one of our soft landing companies from Mexico City, one of 9. We're so happy and proud. All right, thank you all again. We're here until 8 o'clock, so please grab some beer, grab some food, grab some hot chocolate. We'll be here till 8 o'clock. Thank you all again. If I can get all the winners up, thank you.